They were warned never attack humans because humans never let go. Maya sat on the edge of her bed, staring at the blank page of her notebook. 8. She had not written a single word since Liam moved away. Every morning she woke up with a heavy heart. She missed his laughter in the hallway, his silly jokes at lunch, and the warmth of his smile when they talked about their dreams. Since the day Liam left for another city, Maya felt distant from him and from everyone else. She tried to keep busy. She painted small flowers in her sketchbook and helped her mother bake bread in the kitchen. She even joined the school's gardening club. Yet in every moment, her thoughts drifted back to Liam. She wanted to reach out, but the more she thought about it, the more the words seemed stuck in her throat. One afternoon, Maya found Liam's old friendship bracelet under her pillow. It was made of green and blue threads, the colors he chose for her favorite sea and sky. She held it gently, remembering how he tied it around her wrist on the last day they spent together. Suddenly, tears filled her eyes. She felt alone and afraid that she had already lost her best friend. The next morning, Maya decided she would write a letter. She sat at her small desk, pencil shaking in her hand. She started with "Dear Liam," and then stopped. How could she explain all the things in her heart? How could she close the gap that miles had opened? She tried again. "I miss you," but she erased it. Was that too simple? Too weak? At school that day, Maya's teacher asked the class to share what they did over summer break. Maya's friends spoke about fun trips, campfires, and family gatherings. When Maya's turn came, she forced a smile and said, "I stayed home." Her friends looked away, sensing something was wrong, but they did not ask. Maya felt even smaller. After school, she walked to the riverbank. The water flowed steadily, never looking back. She thought about Liam's courage when he first told her he had to leave. He did not complain. He felt sad, but he was brave. Maya realized she could be brave too. She took out her notebook and wrote in big, bold letters, "I will not give up." It felt good to declare her hope. That night, Maya tried again to write her letter. She wrote about the small things she missed, Liam's humming tunes, the way he read maps, and how he always found fun in the rain. She wrote about her new painting of wild daisies just for him. She typed it on her computer because it was easier than pushing a pencil. When she was done, she reread the words. They felt like a warm hug. Maya took a deep breath and pressed send. She imagined the letter traveling across wires and satellites until it reached Liam's laptop. She wondered if his heart would beat faster when he read her words. She tried not to imagine him ignoring her. She hoped he would answer. Days passed. Maya held her phone every minute she could, waiting for a message. Her hope did not fade, even when no reply came. On the third day, as Maya sat in class, her phone buzzed. Her heart raced so fast, she thought it might leap out of her chest. The message was from Liam. "Hey Maya," it read. "I got your letter. I missed you too. I'd love to catch up. Can we video chat tomorrow?" Maya closed her eyes and smiled until her cheeks ached. She felt warmth returning to her chest. She knew now that distance did not have to break their bond. She had reached out, and Liam reached back. That night, Maya wrote one last sentence in her notebook under the old title she had never forgotten. They were warned, never attack humans, because humans never let go. In that moment, she understood, no matter how far apart they were, she would never let go of her friend. Just as humans never let go of hope. After the first video chat with Liam, Maya felt a spark of hope. Yet when the call ended, the empty room felt bigger than before. She realized that words on a screen were not enough. She wanted to laugh with him in person, to sit together under the old oak tree in her backyard and share stories face to face. But the city where Liam lived was far away, and Maya did not know how she could ever make the journey. Each morning, she woke with the memory of Liam's smile. She tried to push aside the distance that separated them, but each small chore reminded her of what was missing. When she watered her plants, she thought about how Liam used to help her choose the pots. When she read her favorite book, she remembered him turning the pages with excitement. Maya missed those moments more than words could say. One day Maya found a photo of them both at the summer fair. They wore matching t-shirts, and he was holding a giant balloon that almost hid his face. She ran her finger along the outline of his grin and felt a wave of determination. Humans do not give up on each other, she thought. She would find a way to see Liam again. Maya asked her parents if she could visit the city where Liam lived. At first, they hesitated. Airplane tickets were expensive, and Maya had only a little, saved from her weekend chores. But then her mother saw how Maya's eyes lit up when she spoke of Liam. "We'll help you," she said. "Humans never let go of the people they love." Her father agreed, and together they set a plan. Maya decided to earn money for the trip. She made friendship bracelets like the one Liam gave her and sold them at school. She baked cookies and delivered them to neighbors. She even read stories to the children at the local library for a small honorarium. Each bracelet, each cookie, each story brought her closer to her goal and reminded her that human kindness was a force stronger than any distance. After 6 weeks, Maya counted her savings. The total still fell short of the ticket price. She felt the old fear creeping in. Perhaps she would never make it. But then she remembered Liam's brave decision to move and how he found joy in his new home. Maya refused to let doubt win. She wrote to Liam, "I am coming to visit, but I need your help." She asked if he could suggest ways to save on travel or find a place to stay. Within days, Liam replied with a plan. He told her about a youth hostel near his school, where the cost was much lower than a hotel. He offered to collect her from the bus station and guide her through the city. He also mentioned a student art fair where she might sell a few bracelets. If she wanted to add to her funds, Maya felt her heart swell with gratitude. Humans do not face challenges alone. They create solutions together. On the morning of her trip, Maya packed her sketchbook, her favorite pen, and a jar of cookies wrapped in bright paper. She slid the green and blue friendship bracelet onto her wrist. At the bus station, her parents hugged her tight. "It'd go make memories," her mother whispered. "And remember, we never let go." The bus ride was long, but Maya passed the time by watching the changing landscape. Fields of yellow flowers turned into rolling hills, and distant buildings grew taller with each mile. When she finally stepped off the bus and saw Liam waiting, her eyes filled with tears. He waved and she waved back, rushing into his arms. Together, they walked to the hostel, talking all the way. Maya felt the city's rhythm in her bones-honking cars, laughing families, the smell of fresh bread from corner bakeries. At the art fair, she set up her bracelet stand beside Liam's drawings. Passers-by admired their work, and Maya sold nearly half her collection. With each sale, she thought of the power of human effort and empathy. That evening, Maya and Liam sat under a street lamp, sharing a bag of warm pretzels. The distance that once felt endless now seemed like a mere memory. Maya realized that no matter how far apart people might be, humans find a way to bridge the gap with creativity, courage, and care. And in that moment, she whispered to herself, they were warned, never attack humans, because humans never let go. They were warned, never attack humans, because humans never let go. The next morning, Maya woke to the sound of the city's bells. She stretched, remembering the night before with Liam under the street lamp. The glow of the lantern, the taste of warm pretzels, and Liam's laughter echoed in her heart. Yet a new worry crept in. Would her visit bring them closer, or would the busy city life pull them apart again? At breakfast in the hostel dining hall, Maya watched Liam juggle cereal bowls and toast for other students. He smiled when he saw her, but he seemed anxious. Across the table, he checked his phone and whispered about an art project due that afternoon. She worried that her visit might be an interruption. It's not a reunion. After breakfast, Liam led Maya through winding streets to his school's art studio. Sunlight fell in thick beams through high windows. Students painted, sketched, and molded clay. Maya felt a surge of pride as she watched Liam's hands shape a sculpture of a bird in flight. His focus was fierce. She wanted to share his passion, but did not know how. The space felt enlivened, yet she felt invisible. During Liam's break, Maya spoke softly. "Your sculpture is beautiful," she said. He paused and looked at her, and for a moment she saw relief in his eyes. He explained that the project was for a scholarship competition. Maya listened as he described his dreams of studying art history. She realized that distance had not changed, his dreams only strengthened them. And she felt hope stirring in her chest once more. Maya spent the afternoon exploring the city alone. She walked past markets bright with fruit stalls and painters selling colorful landscapes. Each face she passed reminded her of Liam's old neighborhood back home. Oh, she missed the quiet comfort of their shared spaces. But she also felt the thrill of discovery. Humans adapt. They build new homes and new memories. Maya scribbled notes in her sketchbook, capturing moments she wanted to share with Liam. That evening, Maya returned to the hostel, clutching her sketchbook. Liam greeted her tired but happy, invited her to help him mix paint for a mural he planned to finish the next day. Together, they squeezed tubes of blue, green, and yellow onto a palette. Maya's fingers stained with color. She felt connected again. They laughed as they splattered paint and corrected each other's brush strokes. Late that night, Maya and Liam sat by a quiet fountain in the city park. The water rippled under the moonlight. Liam thanked Maya for coming so far. He admitted that. He had feared his life here would change them both too much. Maya shared her fear of losing him. They reached for each other's hands. In that gentle moment, distance seemed to fade away, replaced by the promise of shared effort and understanding. The next morning, Maya assisted Liam in painting the mural on a blank wall near his school. Students and teachers paused to watch. The image grow, a human hand reaching across a map, bridging to distant lands. Maya painted the final strokes, a bright sun rising behind the hand. She realized that everyone who passed would see a symbol of hope and connection, just as she and Liam had rebuilt theirs. Before Maya's departure, the city held a small gathering at the mural site. Its neighbors from every corner brought snacks and music. Liam introduced Maya, and they unveiled their artwork together. Applause filled the square. Maya felt tears of joy as she hugged her friend. In that crowd, she saw faces of kindness and community. Humans had joined to celebrate two friends who refused to let go. On the bus ride home, Maya pressed her forehead against the cool window. The mural faded into the distance, but its meaning stayed with her. She knew that life would bring new challenges. People move, jobs change, and cities grow. Yet she also knew that with determination, creativity, and care, no bond needed to break. Even miles apart, hearts could stay linked. That evening, Maya opened her notebook and wrote one last line under the old title she carried in her heart. They were warned. Never attack humans because humans never let go. Months passed since Maya's visit. She and Liam still chatted every week, but lately their messages grew shorter. Liam's art scholarship work kept him busy late into the night. Maya spent her afternoons helping her mother at the bakery and painting small pictures of local scenes. She tried to share her days with Liam, but she could see his replies coming slower and slower. The gap between them felt as wide as the ocean. One evening, Maya stared at her phone long after Liam's last goodnight. She felt sad all over. Again, she missed the way they used to talk for hours. She wanted to reconnect, but didn't know how. She thought of the mural they painted together, the hand reaching out across a map. That image reminded her that humans find ways to bridge any divide. The next morning, Maya woke early with a plan. She would invite Liam to a special online art show. She would gather her own sketches and photos of their mural and ask him to display his sculpture's photos. Then together, they would host the show for friends, family, and classmates. Maya believed that sharing their art would bring them close again. First, she created a simple website using a free template. She named it Bridges of Color. In big letters on the home page, she wrote, "Art connects us." She uploaded pictures of her daisies, the street lamp scene, and the mural. She left space for Liam's sculpture photos. She drafted a message. "Dear Liam, I miss our long talks. I miss your art and your voice. Please join me in an online art show. Let us share our worlds again." She sent it late at night, hoping Liam would see it in the morning. For 2 days, there was no reply. Maya's hope started to fade. She checked her phone over and over. Then on the third morning, Liam wrote, "Maya, This is wonderful. I will send photos of my sculpture today. I can be online Saturday at 4 p.m. Let's do it. Maya's heart leaped. She sent him the web link and invited their friends. She posted the link on her school's online bulletin. She printed QR codes on paper and slipped them under her classmates' doors. When Saturday came, Maya sat before her laptop with a plate of freshly baked cookies. She wore the green and blue friendship bracelet Liam gave her at exactly 4 p.m. The video chat box lit up with Liam's smiling face. Behind him, she saw the outline of his sculpture under a bright lamp. He had carefully arranged 3 angles: front, side, and close-up. Maya clicked through the images and then shared her screen to show the mural photos. Together they spoke about each work, its meaning, its colors, its stories. Friends logged in one by one. Maya saw her mother's face, Liam's younger sister, and even art teachers from both their schools. They asked questions, praised the works, and lightened the mood with jokes. Maya realized that humans gather to celebrate each other no matter the distance. Halfway through the show, a sudden storm knocked out Maya's power. The screen froze, then went dark. Maya felt panic rising. She tapped at the desk, wishing she could fix it. Then she remembered her phone. She switched to mobile data and logged in again. The resolution was low, and her cookies were now in the dark kitchen, but she was back online. Liam raised his eyebrows and gave her a thumbs up. Maya laughed and felt warmth flood her chest. After the show, Liam said, "That was the best night I've had in weeks." Maya felt tears of joy. She knew that human spirit thrived on connection and problem-solving. Even a storm could not stop them. On Sunday, Maya walked to the riverbank, where she first found hope. She sat on a bench and watched the water flow. She thought of Liam's bravery in moving away, her own bravery in planning the show, and the kindness of everyone who joined. She felt close to Liam again, even if he was hundreds of miles away. That afternoon, Maya wrote one last message to Liam. "Thank you for never letting go of us, Liam. We did it together." And as the sun set in soft pinks over the river, Maya whispered to herself the line she had come to live by. They were warned never attack humans, because humans never let go. They were warned never attack humans, because humans never let go. After the success of their online art show, Maya and Liam felt reconnected. Yet as days turned into weeks, they realized that one special event was not enough to close the gap. School projects, family duties, and time zone differences pulled them in different directions. Maya woke early to send Liam a good morning message, but by the time he saw it, he was in class. Liam replied late at night, when Maya had already fallen asleep. Still, each message, no matter how brief, gave them a spark of joy. One afternoon, Maya sat at her desk and stared at her blank computer screen. She wanted to share something more than just quick updates. She missed the feeling of working side by side with Liam on their mural. She missed hearing his voice as they mixed paint. She longed for a new project that could bridge their worlds. Every day. But she did not know what to choose. That evening, she walked to the old oak tree in her backyard. The air was warm, and she could hear her mother baking bread in the kitchen. Maya closed her eyes and thought, humans solve problems. Humans create tools. A plan began to form. She would start an online journal friendship chronicle, where she and Liam could post drawings, short stories, and photos. It would be updated every day, so they could share their lives in real time, even when they were apart. Maya called Liam and told him her idea. He lit up at once. "I love it," he said. "We can write entries, draw sketches, and even record our voices." They agreed to work together that very night. Maya found a free blog platform, set up a simple design, and called it Bridges in Ink. She added sections for art, writing, and voice recordings. When she sent Liam the link, he hopped on his own computer and entered his first post. A sketch of the mural's rising sun. For the next week, they filled the journal with small pieces of their days. Maya drew the golden loaves from her mother's bakery and wrote a poem about warm ovens. Liam recorded the sound of clay scraping in the art studio and photographed the first snow of winter in his city. They left comments for each other, cheering on small victories, a perfectly glazed croissant, study session that went well, a new client buying one of Maya's bracelets. Their friends and family discovered the journal too. Maya's mother listened to Liam's recordings while kneading dough. Liam's little sister read Maya's poem at bedtime. His comments and likes from schoolmates and art teachers encouraged them to keep going. Maya realized that humans did not wait for perfect moments. They've built connection one entry at a time. One morning, Maya woke to find that Liam had posted a challenge. Draw a place you dream of visiting. Maya's heart raced. She sketched the city's skyline where Liam lived, adding hot air balloons, and smiling faces waving at her. Liam replied with a drawing of Maya's hometown, its winding river and green hills. They exchanged dreams of future visits, turning distance into a promise. As weeks passed, the journal became a tapestry of their friendship. On hard days when Maya felt lonely, or Liam was overwhelmed with work, they logged in and found a caring message from the other. They solved each other's problems. Liam taught Maya a new digital art tool. Maya shared a recipe for school lunch that Liam's friends enjoyed. One afternoon, Maya's teacher asked the class to share an online project they were proud of. Maya showed bridges and ink to her classmates. They saw the entries, heard Liam's voice, and read Maya's poems. The class applauded her creativity. Maya felt a surge of pride for herself and for all humans who dared to connect across oceans. Later that night, Maya and Liam video called to celebrate their 6-month journal anniversary. They lit candles on their desks and toasted with mugs of hot chocolate. Maya looked at Liam's face through the screen and felt no distance at all. She remembered the old proverb they used as a talisman, never attack humans because humans never let go. It was more than a warning. It was a promise of persistence, creativity, and hope. And so, as the candles flickered, Maya whispered into her camera, "We may be far apart, but we never let go." They were warned. Never attack humans because humans never let go. Maya woke early one crisp morning, the sky painted in soft pinks and golds. She stretched and remembered the warmth of Liam's video call smile the night before. Yet as she reached for her phone, her heart sank. Liam was busy again, buried in his sketchbooks and study notes. Maya felt the old ache of distance grow. She missed his voice, his ideas, and the way they solved problems side by side. She wanted something new, another way to reach across the miles, but she did not know how. That afternoon, Maya sat beneath the old oak tree in her backyard. She opened her sketchbook and drew 2 hands reaching toward each other, palms open. Below them she wrote, "Always linked." As she worked, an idea took shape. She would build a connection box filled with small treasures, hand-painted stones, press flowers, miniature drawings, and mail it to Liam. In return, Liam would fill a box of his own and send it back. Each box would be a physical bridge, a reminder that humans never give up on each other. With new hope, Maya gathered her materials. She painted a smooth river stone with a sunrise, pressed a violet from her garden between wax paper, and sketched a tiny map of their 2 towns. She wrote a short letter on recycled paper. "Dear Liam, I made this box to hold our memories and dreams. Fill it with what makes your world special, and send it back so we can share our lives piece by piece." She wrapped each item in colorful cloth scraps and placed them gently in a small wooden crate. She sealed it with twine and a green and blue ribbon, the same colors as their friendship bracelet. That evening, she carried the crate to the post office, her heart beating fast with excitement. Weeks passed. Maya checked her mailbox every day, but no crate arrived. Her hope wavered. Maybe the box was lost. Maybe Liam was too busy. She felt the old fear that distance would win. Then, on a rainy Friday afternoon, a soggy package finally appeared. Maya's eyes lit up. The crate was smaller than hers, but it was heavy with promise. At home, she hurried to her desk and untied the ribbon. Inside, she found a smooth clay figurine of a bird in flight, a handful of autumn leaves from Liam's backyard, and a tiny notebook filled with sketches of his art studio. She carefully removed each treasure, her fingers trembling. At the bottom of the box was a folded letter. Dear Maya, your box made me smile every day. I added things that show you my world. I painted the bird because it feels free, just like our friendship. I hope you feel it too. Maya's eyes filled with tears of joy. She set the box on her desk and punched holes in the top. Then she tied colorful ribbons between the holes, creating a little mobile of memories. Each ribbon held one of Liam's items, dancing gently in the breeze from her open window. It was a celebration of their bond, a shining symbol that humans never let go. That night, Maya and Liam video called. Maya held her mobile up to the camera, and Liam's face lit up. He held his own mobile, Maya's pressed violet, hanging next to the sunrise stone. They laughed and clapped and promised to add to their mobiles whenever they found something meaningful. With each new ribbon and keepsake, their mobiles would grow. And their connection would grow too. In the days that followed, Maya and Liam collected items with fresh eyes. Maya pressed a pink rose petal, found a smooth shell on a walk, and included a tiny drawing of her dog. Liam painted a small city skyline, pressed a snowdrop flower, and wrapped a broken piece of pottery he found near his home. Each time the new ribbons floated in the breeze, Maya was reminded of human creativity and resilience. One Sunday afternoon, Maya's mother watched the mobiles sway in Maya's bedroom. They are beautiful, she said. Maya smiled and said, humans build bridges in many ways, through art, through gifts, through care. Her mother nodded, and they never let go. That evening, Maya wrote one last note for her journal under the familiar title, They Were Warned, Never Attack Humans. Because humans never let go, Maya hung her mobile by the window and watched it turn in the soft sunset light. She felt closer to Liam than ever before, no matter how far he was. Their hands were linked by threads of memory and hope, proof that humans never stop reaching out to those they care about. Maya woke on her birthday morning to find a small wooden box on her desk. Her mother had tied a bright ribbon around it. Maya's heart beat fast as she untied the ribbon and lifted the lid. Inside, she saw a folded paper, a green and blue friendship bracelet, and 2 plane tickets. Her hands trembled. The note read, Dear Maya, I miss you more every day. I've arranged for you to visit me again, this time for longer. Meet me at the City Museum in 2 weeks. Love, Liam. Maya's eyes filled with happy tears. She pressed the tickets to her chest and read the note again. She felt the old ache of distance vanish, replaced by bright hope. Humans make plans, solve hard problems, and work together. They never let go of each other. That afternoon, Maya told her parents the news. They smiled and hugged her. We will help you pack, her father said. Her mother added, Humans keep promises. You must keep this one. Maya grinned and ran up to her room. Over the next days, Maya prepared for her trip. She packed her favorite sketchbook, her paints, and the shrine of keepsakes she and Liam had built. She slipped the bracelet onto her wrist. Each item reminded her how humans create bridges through art, through care, and through gifts. On the morning of her departure, Maya's neighbor, Mrs. Patel, called out, Have a safe trip. Maya waved and walked to the car. She felt the thrill of adventure. The bus to the airport hummed along smooth roads. Maya watched fields and towns pass by, but her mind raced with dreams of reuniting with Liam. When she arrived at the airport, Maya's heart pounded. She carried a backpack and a small box filled with new mobile ribbons, pressed flowers, painted stones, and tiny clay figures she had made for Liam. A kind taxi driver took her to the City Museum. As the taxi turned a corner, Maya saw the tall glass walls of the museum rising beside a busy square. She hurried inside. Following the note's instructions to the second-floor gallery, the doors opened onto a bright hall, on stands, and walls hung there to mobiles, now joined into one large display. The ribbons from Maya's box danced beside Liam's ribbons. Above them, a sign read, United by Memory, a friendship installation. Maya's mouth fell open. She saw her painted stones shining under the lights. She saw the clay bird Liam had sculpted. People moved around, admiring the work and taking photos. Maya felt warmth fill her chest. Humans share stories in many ways. They gather in museums and homes, and they never let each other go. Then, from behind the display, Maya heard. Maya? She turned and saw Liam, standing with his sketchbook under his arm. His eyes were bright, and his smile was as warm as ever. Maya raced to him, and they hugged, laughing through happy tears. They stood together before their joined mobiles. Liam said, "I wanted everyone to see our promise." Maya nodded. "I wanted to bring a piece of home here." They held hands and walked around the installation, pointing out favorite ribbons and souvenirs. A museum guide approached and asked if they would speak about their work to the visitors. Maya hesitated, then they agreed. In simple words, they told the crowd how two friends kept their bond alive through art, letters, and small gifts. They spoke of hope, creativity, and human spirit. The visitors listened, inspired by the story of two people who would not give up on each other. After the talk, Maya and Liam sat in the museum cafe. They shared a slice of cake and hot chocolate. They talked about the next steps: more art exhibits, a joint blog, and plans to visit new places together. Maya realized that humans do not settle for a single victory. They plan, they build, and they grow stronger over time. That evening, as the sun set behind the museum's glass walls, Maya and Liam walked by the river that flowed past the city. The water glowed orange and the air was cool. Maya slipped her hand into Liam's. She felt no distance at all. Before Maya left the next morning, she wrote one last note on the museum's guest book. "Distance can be hard, but hope and creativity make us strong. Thank you for keeping your promise, Liam." She added a small sketch of two hands linked by colorful ribbons. Then she closed the book and looked at Liam. He smiled. And Maya knew this birthday gift was the best she had ever received. They were warned, never attack humans, because humans never let go.